couldn't stop thinking about the fact that we all die someday. 5th grade. I would cry if I fell down, and it only took one insult for me to recall what people always told me: just walk away. Ever since 7th grade, all I can really remember is staying inside, playing video games or watching TV, just anything to distract me from school, really. I mean, I had friends, but they had better ones. So when there was nothing to do, I stayed inside. It's not so much that I was a nerd. It's just that I could connect to video games and technology way better than I could people. I mean, they don't shun you away. If you fail, they give you another chance. All right, I was a nerd. But that's not the point. The point is that I wasn't the most social of butterflies. You know, it wasn't exactly cool getting told what to wear by your sister. I basically followed whatever she said. I mean, maybe because she used to beat me up when I was a kid, just as like, brother, sister fighting, but also maybe because I didn't know crap about what to do or how to act or what to wear. I was pretty easy to persuade in that aspect. A true follower. But the one thing I didn't know was the difference between right and wrong. I was the good kid that didn't hang out with all the bad kids. But it is true. I was scared of a lot of things. Mostly people, but enough of everything to keep me at home. I've always thought that if I ever got into trouble, I could defend myself. But, there's always been that little voice in my mind telling me, or reminding me rather, that I'm still that skinny blonde kid. Well, yeah, look at this arm. Not the biggest gun in the show. I think that's part of the reason why I always wear a hoodie. It's baggy, so people can't tell that I'm skinny and kind of weak. It's so weird to walk down the street nowadays, and I catch people glancing at me because I realized a little while ago that they are way more afraid of the tall guy dressed in black and jeans than I am of them. It's kind of annoying because I've always thought of myself as that guy that everyone says hi to when they pass. I mean, and if you ever met me, I'm not the kind of guy that you fear. I give hugs. If there's one thing I am grateful for, it's my friends. I definitely grew up lacking them. I mean, you know how sometimes it takes people a while to get out of their shells? I feel like I hadn't known who I was for all those years because I didn't have true friends to show me. I was just waiting to figure it all out. I don't really want to think of who I would be if I didn't come here. Honestly, if you listen to the things that I discovered about myself here, it would basically sum up what I am today. I owe everything to my friends. There's one thing that I realized a little while ago, and that's that there's no point in not living your own life. The world is way too big to just settle for what you have around you. I mean, you need to go out there, you need to find your home, where you can be happy. I remember this one time, back in Bermuda, me and my dad used to play video games together. It was great because I'd just be sitting at home watching TV or on the computer or something, and he'd look at me with this great face, with his tongue sticking out the side of his mouth and mimicking the controller in his hand. That was basically his signal for let's play some video games. And I'd go set it up and we'd play until dark. And when one of the little movie parts of the game was playing, and you can't play the game, you just have to watch, I'd turn around and he'd have fallen asleep in his chair, still holding the controller. And I'd pack it up and we'd go to sleep. My dad is awesome. My mom is great too. She was always the one who I would go to talk to when I needed to talk. I don't really know why, but she was always just really easy to talk to. I didn't have to cover anything up because she's seen me at my worst. Yeah. When I was younger, I really wanted to stop crying about everything, but I didn't know why I cried so much. So I ended up seeing a therapist, which was basically an hour of me playing with Legos once or twice a week. You know, I don't really know if it helped. I mean, I know it wasn't worth the money that we paid, but... I mean, it was just nice to go somewhere and put my focus into something. I really just stopped caring about what people thought of me. I mean, I still cried when directly attacked, but just in general, I was much happier. I don't really know if it was the therapy that did it, but more just the mentality that I was being helped. That's what did it. You know, people always try to cover themselves up when they think something's wrong with them. You know, they all strive for that ideal image, that healthy outlook on life. It just seems so impossible to get. Hi, my name is Max. I'm 6'3", 153 pounds, pure skin and bone. And I like video games, technology,